everybody. Let's just get this whole party started. Okay. Okay. That's weird. Normally I would have gotten the message that Stream Elements was live in my chat. That's very bizarre. Hold on. There we go. There's the Stream Element spot. Okay. I don't know why that was so delayed. Hold on. Is there no audio? Hold on 1 second. I think I'm having an audio issue. I can't really change. I can't really change my thing. So it's weird. YouTube is telling me okay, whatever it was fixed. Okay. Apparently my audio bitrate was low, but whatever it is, it's back to being healthy. Okay. Whatever it was fixed. Okay. Whatever that was. Okay. me see. I don't know. Okay. Let me see if Silva's gonna make it. I just like to remind Silva that the stream is live because sometimes Silva he likes to show up for the stream or just keep it open. But he'll often forget because he has Final Fantasy 14 open. Okay. All right, looks like we might not have a Silva tonight. That's okay. That's okay. I'm sure Nabaru or the others will pop in at some point. See, I had to make this decision. Actually, let me switch screens. Okay. So like I had to make the decision about what kind of stream I wanted to do today, right? Because like I did writing streams last week. And I was like, well, since I did writing streams, I kind of try to alternate just to keep up the image of being a variety streamer. I could do a game making stream for this week, which I could. Like, there's plenty of stuff I can do with the game making side. There's plenty of work to get done on that as I flesh out the game and get it to a place where I feel like it's a more complete design. And so on and so forth. But like, I don't know. I have ideas for writing and I wanted to work on developing my lore a little bit more because that's something I've wanted to have lore for a while as a VTuber, and I have these ideas, but it's weird because it's like my VTuber is essentially just me, but then I want it to be a little bit more. We've talked about this before, but I wanted to actually dedicate some time and some brain space uh to working on this. So I had something really weird happen the other day. I on Sunday I run a game of Lancer, and after the Lancer game, I was just hanging out, listening to the bot play music in Discord, and one of my friends, Okusen, was there, and I just decided to crack open my writing because I wasn't working on anything else. I made sure to record my notes, and I spent a bit of time perusing YouTube or whatchamacallit, perusing Twitter while I was just using the Discord bot's audio as like background music. So I was just ready to chill. And then I realized I wasn't saying anything, so I told Okusen, I was like, "Hey, I'm just working on my writing." And Okusen said something that just kind of floored me. They said, "I always just presume that you're working on your writing if you're not streaming or gaming or doing or watching anime. I just presume that you're always there writing, which is super impressive." And I'm like, I don't do that much writing. I write every day, but like I don't crank out the numbers of like a professional author, right? Like, yeah, we're doing the Terry Pratchett 400, 200 word challenge thing, right? But like, it's just looking at expected numbers and also adjusting my expectations. It's just really important. But it's interesting to see how people view me. Like, as I've been doing this writing challenge and I've been writing in front of all of you, the chat, the community, the Star Hunters, the viewers, and like I could see where someone watching me would just presume that I'm always on this go time, and that's kind of part of my lore and part of like my ideal self-image of myself, that I would be constantly chasing down my my goals. But it doesn't always look like that. Like I have creative slumps, I have bad days, I have days when I'm just not good for anything, not good at anything. Really, really slow days, days where I don't know what to write, I don't know what to do. Where it's a struggle to crank out that bare minimum 200 words. I have days like that. You ever have days like that, chat? Days where you're just feeling like you're just worn out and exhausted? Uh, ah. Oh my gosh, some memes are just really funny. But I also know I'm old, so like, it doesn't take much to amuse me. So, what are your hopes and goals for this week, chat? What are you going to be working on this week? So for me, um, so, all right. Let me just stop looking at memes right now and focus on the stream right now. Uh, my goals for this week, I want to get more writing done. I want to actually get moving forward on developing the mood boards because I'm on, that's the next thing in the character development course that I'm in, is we're learning about mood boards. And I wanna get those developed and have those fleshed out. So that's another thing I want to get done for this week. And I want to start making some really big progress with finishing up maps and designing combat. And I eventually have to start designing the weapons and armor shops in my game. That is something I do eventually have to design. Um, yeah. Hey Nabiru, how are you doing? How was your day, Nabiru? Why is my phone making noises? Must I silence my phone? Reading manga, idly working on your Yu-Gi-Oh decks. That's exciting. So my roommate built a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and uh, he asked me to take a look at it and see what I thought about it. And it's definitely different. So the Yu-Gi-Oh deck my roommate built, it looks like I haven't talked to him about what it is that he's trying to do, but it looks like he's trying to be able to summon Obelisk the Tormentor in a kind of creative way, actually. He has the Magnet Warriors, Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Yeah, he has Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and he has Valkyrion. And he runs 2 copies of each of those, which I think honestly, I think the deck could do with having them at 3. He has a lot of... No, not at all. He has a lot of removal of like he has the Swarm of Locusts and the Swarm of Scarabs for removing spells and traps. He's got Old Vindictive Magician. And so the thing with Valkyrion is, in order to summon Valkyrion, you tribute all 3 of the Magnet Warriors from your hand or field, and then you can tribute Valkyrion on the field to special summon all 3 of the Magnet Warriors from your graveyard. So what I think the goal is to tribute all 3 Magnet Warriors for Valkyrion, then tribute Valkyrion to special summon the 3 Magnet Warriors, then tribute the 3 Magnet Warriors to summon Obelisk. That is what I think this deck is supposed to do. And also, he runs 3 Ra's Disciples. So when you play 1 Ra's Disciple, you instantly get the other 2. And he's got a lot of spot removal. He's got a lot of spells and traps for blowing up opponent monsters and destroying opponent back row. Like, it seems like it's a cool deck if you open well, but the thing is, he doesn't have any way to search out Obelisk, which I don't even know if there is any. I don't know, like, I know that there were Egyptian God structure decks. Did they ever release some Obelisk the Tormentor support? I know the Sacred Beasts, which were kind of like the off-brand Egyptian gods, got a bunch of great support. Not good. I see, Nabiru. But so, like, I was looking through... Hey, dear lover, how are you doing? Good to see you. But, like, so I'm looking through... I'm doing alright. It's been a sleepy kind of day where I've just been kind of resting. I did a bunch of cooking. I made a big pot of food of some like kind of veggie soup and a tomato sauce with macaroni noodles. People in the house call it spaghetti, and I'm like, it's pretty close to spaghetti except with elbow noodles. Banish any 1 card from the deck. Add to your hand after 2 turns. Yeah. He doesn't run Gold Sarcophagus. So I was going through. So we were just talking about how my roommate just built a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and my roommate used a lot of older classic cards, not a lot of the super competitive stuff. Um, and his entire deck is based around using the Magnet Warriors to be able to get sacrifices for Obelisk the Tormentor. I don't know if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Dear Lover, but that's what we were talking about. And so I'm going through the deck, and he has in there was like different dimensional, like Rupture or something. The continuous spell card that says if cards go to either player's graveyard, they're removed from play instead. And I was just like, that works completely counter to this strategy. So I still have to talk to him about it. I still have to be like, hey, you should probably take that out. And it's funny because his deck is 41 cards, so he can afford to take that card out. Which I think that's hilarious. But like he could take that card out and the deck becomes strictly better. But dear lover, how was your weekend? What are you working on for this week? You ever find that one deer you were looking for, the anthropomorphic, or not anthropomorphic, the bipedal deer that had human feet or something? I remember you mentioned something about that, dear lover. So what manga have you been reading, Nabiru? All right, so oh, did you say something and it get caught by the auto mod? Uh, unalive the hero. Uh, yes. The things we do to avoid the algorithm. The other word got caught. I bet it did. It didn't even make it onto my... Like, it didn't even make it onto the screen. That's funny. Normally it makes it onto the screen. Player who returned 10,000 years later. And other really long titles. That's the thing. When light novels are being advertised on a... So I was watching a video about light novels, and like they're usually people buy them or find them on these websites where they don't see the cover, they don't read a blurb, they just see the title before and the title has to hook them, it has to tell them what the story's about, and so they have to fit as much of the idea of the story in the title as possible because no one's going to stop to click on it and read the blurb on the back. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Speaking of anime, if you read the title of today's stream, you know we have a very special project. I wonder if this one title will actually fit here. Oh my gosh, is it so long it might not fit in the word cap? Oh, he was raised by the ultimate overprotective dragon, becomes an adventurer with his mother. Nope, didn't fit. Didn't fit. Oh no. Oh my gosh. It didn't fit. Oh, you got a new one. In another world where baseball is war, a high school ace player will save a weak nation. Well, they're doing the thing where they put the entire description in the title. You got titles where you have no idea what it's about, no real mid ground. Yeah. There is no middle ground. You have the titles that are over descriptive, and then you have the titles that just tell you actively nothing about the story. So I took a shower. I took a shower earlier. Hyper luck overgeared. I don't really get it, but it looks like I was reincarnated in another world. See, that tells you nothing because that describes all the isekai anime and light novels. That describes literally all of them. Like that's it. That's the joke. That's the premise. Game sort of setting world. Okay, that's interesting, Nabaru. All right, so it's getting a little after 9 o'clock, so I think we should get cracking on. I'm glad you're here, Nabaru, because I value your input on today's project. Did you read the title of today's stream, Nabaru? So you know what we're working on today. We've dabbled in this a little bit, but I want to have some dedicated time for it. Dabbling in Vtuber lore, or creating Vtuber lore for me somehow. Because I've been thinking about getting some new maybe some new art, or maybe getting a new model made. And like I've seen a lot of people do, not a lot of people, I saw one person who did custom Vroid avatars for like $50, and I'm like, next month whenever I get my temporary disability money, I could probably afford to get that done. But if I do that, I want to have a good idea of what I want it to look like. So I want to flesh out this lore a little bit and get something that really embodies these ideas. So that's one thought. But then there's the other side, right? The other side that's like, well, if I'm going to be getting a new model, maybe I should set aside money. Yeah, Vroid is great for that, Nabiru. And you can get a lot of costume, not costume, a lot of clothing and other props and items and things off of Booth for cheap or for free to be used with your Vroid. So have you heard of Booth, Nabiru? Yeah. And I was debating, even if I don't get a custom Vroid made, I might get a new outfit from from Booth somewhere. Might spend some money on a new outfit. Just cause it'd be nice to have a little change, look cool, have kind of a, cause I never really had a debut. It kind of I was just like, I'm here. But I want to have a theme, because up until this point it's just been me, and I had this idea that I wanted to flesh out. I do so much writing about my characters, about my story, and about my novel, but I wanted to just take a little bit of creative energy, not a lot, like not dedicating the whole stream to it, but just I want to take a little bit of that creative energy and dedicate it towards myself. Well, that's a question, Nabiru. So let me show you what I have so far. Notepad. Here we go. So, why is this so big? Why is this so big on the screen? This is not normally this big on the screen. Hold on. Okay. There we go. All right. There we go. Cool. See, I've seen that trend, and so let's go over let's go over the basics of my lore of what I have so far, and we can go from there. So actually let's start talking about the origins of the name, right? Orion. Intentional misspelling of the constellation Orion. But it is still based on the constellation Orion. So actually while we're here, let me refresh up on the history of the constellation Orion. Okay. All right, mythology. Here we go. Orion is most commonly referred to as the hunter due to its corresponding Greek mythological tales. Stories of this constellation can be found in the legend or mythology of many cultures: Greek, Hungarian, Indian, Native American, Aboriginal, Australian, Scandinavian, Babylonian, Egyptian, and Chinese, just to name a few. Each of these stories emphasizes important ideals in their respective cultures. According to Greek myth, Orion led a tragic life that ended when he stepped on a scorpion known as Scorpius. The gods felt sorry for him, so they put him and his faithful dogs, Canis Major and Canis Minor, into the sky as constellations. The gods surrounded Orion with celestial animals for him to hunt: Lepus the rabbit, Taurus the bull. The gods placed Scorpius on the opposite side of the sky so he could never hurt Orion again. Orion was in love with Merope, one of the seven sisters known as the Pleiades. Moreover, Merope didn't want anything to do with Orion. The gods placed Orion into the sky, forever chasing the Pleiades but never reaching them. That's That's funny. In Yakut Native American folklore, the three bright stars of Orion's belt were the three footprints of the god of the Fleet People. According to legend, the god of the Fleet People jumped the sky 3 times in order to find the Fleet People. When the god jumped the sky, the Fleet People would be scared away and into hiding, dormant. This is one of the particular tribe why you see Orion during the winter when the fleas weren't biting, but not during the summer when they are. Huh. In Navajo history, Orion was a marker in the sky for when to plant crops. They called Orion the first slim one or the first slender one and knew to plant their crops when Orion set at dusk, which is in May. Interweaving their calendar with their myths allowed them to easily remember which stars represented specific seasons. All right, so we're going to go with the Greek mythology because that's the one that I'm most familiar with. So, gonna have an aversion to scorpions, I guess. But that's like, I think scorpions are cool. I don't want to get stung by one, but I'm also not a big fan of bugs. But I'm kind of a big fan of bugs. I used to play Machinings, when I played Vanguard, the Mega Colony archetype Machinings. But I don't think there was ever a scorpion one. It could be a rival. Could be a rival. Okay, so looking at the Greek myth, let's see, what do we have? Here we go. Full Greek myth. Orion was the son of Neptune, who was a handsome giant and a mighty hunter. His father gave him the power of wading through the depths of the sea, or as others say, of walking on its surface. Loved Merope, daughter of Olympus, king of Chios, and sought her in marriage. He cleared the island of wild beasts and brought the spoils of the chase as presents to his beloved. Constantly deferred his consent. Oh dear. Oh, really, Nabaru? That's interesting. Yes, a lot to do with animals. Alright. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's true, Nabiru. But the thing is, he hunted down and cleared an entire animal of wildlife and brought their carcasses as tribute to try to earn the favor of a girl he was simping for. Though the way he died is mildly hilarious. He dwelt with a hunter, Diana, who was with whom he was a favorite, and it was said that she was about to marry him. Her brother didn't like him And one day, her brother spotted Orion wading through the sea with his head just above the water, and Apollo pointed at the back of his head. Yes, artistic license, exactly, Nabaru. And Apollo pointed at the back of Orion's head and said, "I bet you can't hit that little black thing over there." And uh, and Diana was like, "Oh, of course I can hit that thing," and then hit him in the back of the head with an arrow. I think Bales is a little bit chaotic. Spears is a giant with a girdle, sword, lion skin, and club. Sirius's dog follows him, and the Pleiades fly before him. Hey, words fall. Hey, autumn, right? How are you doing? How was your weekend? Hmm. So, how goes your preparation for a National Novel Writer Month, Autumn? I know you've been preparing and outlining and getting things ready for that. How's that going? Okay. So, I wanted to turn this, what I know of this myth, um, into some basic lore that I felt would describe me and be suited for my VTuber. You're getting kind of a tonight. You're getting kind of a peek behind the screen a little bit. I'm working on. Definitely could. Definitely could. So my this up here is my original idea, right? That I'm a hunter and that the stars that I hunt are my dreams. So I'm a hunter in the stars, right? A constellation brought to life. Um, and my purpose is to not just hunt on my own, but also lead others, which are my community, the Star Hunters, to encourage them to hunt down their stars, whatever those stars might be, whatever dreams, goals, projects, ideals might be those stars for you, to encourage each of you. Huh. That's a good question, Nabiru. So we're taking some artistic license with the myth a little bit, right? So we're saying constellation brought to life by the desire to achieve his dreams. He applies his hunting strategies towards everyday life. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. Some make it vague, unknown, which allows them to play up their role at times. That's true. So then there was this other idea that I was playing with, right? Not that. That last part was just me being goofy. Can be ever expanding and even be altered, and there's time goes on, so don't worry too much. That's also true. So I had this idea because I wanted to have some level of separation, because I felt like as long as the streamer character was just me, it felt weird coming up with lore and backstory and story. But I was thinking if I put a layer of separation there, it might help with that, right? And this idea that Orion is just me, right? But Oriansenshi is my super form. Or Senshi is a suffix that means warrior. And Oriansenshi is ooh, I got an idea. I got an idea from that. Okay. Yes, Hachima went down an entire character arc that completely redefined her character. But that also fit her personality. Like, she just is an embodiment of chaos and destruction. So here's another thought. I'm a human who gains the power of the constellations to hunt down my dreams. Oriansenshi seeks to not only achieve his goals. So I'm thinking like pack, wolf pack. Yeah, that's kind of where my head's going a little bit. But I'm still bouncing around ideas. And like I said, depending on how this fans out, it could go different directions. This is close. This is really close. I'm a human who seeks not only to achieve his own dreams, but to inspire an entire pack of star hunters to move together and achieve their own dreams. Seek to lift up others, and push them to grow in new and exciting ways. Become a warrior of the stars, a star hunter. Oriansenshi when I stream. Uh, this lore thing is challenging. I'm getting all these different ideas. I'm trying not to delete anything because I know I might come back to some of these ideas later. Yes, that's true, Nabiru. So I know it's probably not going to be logical, but I would love if I could have some kind of star-powered mech. I said what I said. If I could work into my lore some kind of giant star-powered robot. That's true. Ooh, I had a thought. 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 And I thought. Yeah, seems logical. Exactly, Nabaru. Let's do with this. What if instead of hunting the stars, what if we are the stars and we're hunting our dreams? Mm, so close. I feel like I'm so close to a good idea here. Celestial beings could use giant mechs to focus their powers, or if they turn human, have the powers transferred into giant mechs. That's also true. You know what? You know what? We're we're gonna we're gonna have at least one of the ideas on this list, because right now I'm just listing ideas. We're gonna have one of these ideas be just really out there, okay? Yeah, that's the hard part, Nabiru. That's one of the hard part. The forces of darkness seek to drain away everyone's motivation to achieve. Yes, there is. Gold Guardian, Metal Knight Gold Guardian. I follow him on Twitter. He's an absolute inspiration. The art that he gets made of his character is completely legendary and is absolutely amazing. Yes, anything is possible. There is actually a Truck-kun, VTuber. I've watched his streams. He's actually really funny. So close to a good idea here. So I'm going. Oh, there's a Truck Chan now. Is that a different? Is that like a Truck Chan? Yes. Anything is possible. Okay. So I'm going with this idea, right? Okay. So Jaeger just means hunter, I believe, and this idea that like the Jaegers and the Jaeger pilots, right? So just running with this goofy idea, right? There's a force of darkness that seeks to drain everyone's reborn into another world as a person. That sounds like the a truck that got hit by oh my truck that got hit by a bigger truck that got reborn as a, okay. All right. You know what? Let's back up. Let's simplify this idea, okay? Star Hunter is pilot of a star-powered mech. I am Orion, the pilot of a giant super robot that fights the forces of darkness that try to take away our motivation and inspiration. So fighting them off. Could definitely get some artwork of that. Might get an art might track down, might save up for some artwork of a super robot that I could say is my mech. So this twists the idea where instead of being a living constellation, I'm a pilot. Yes. I'm taking the Jaeger and then like flipping it on its head. The idea is coming full circle, Nabaru. The idea is just coming full circle. Gotta get new art. Gotta get. or I get, or I just get art of a mech and I don't change anything about my model, and just canonically my character is piloting the mech in like in just casual clothes, in just street clothes. Which I don't know. I don't know what's funnier. Wait, I got an idea. Hmm. 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 Ooh. 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 Imono Ofuru. Yay. What does that mean, Nabaru? What does that mean? I think we might be onto a winner, Nabaru. Imono Ofuru. Yay. Yes, I know what you're talking about now. As soon as you said that, I hope I don't get DMCA'd for humming that. Uh, oh, Silva, you're here. Welcome. We're working on my Vtuber lore. So here's the question, Nabaru. Here's the question. Oh my gosh. Come on, Silva. But here's the question. Do we lean into the isekai? Do we lean into the isekai for the lore, Nabaru? Do we give into the isekai? Oh my gosh. Silva, you can chime in on this too. Do we lean into the isekai? Starting to have brainwaves. Hmm. That's a thought, Nabiru. This is definitely an unoriginal direction I'm going, but I think it's funny, so I'm running with it. Mm-hmm. Hmm. That's another thought I had. Let me develop this. So that's another idea. Hmm. That is a funny idea, Nabiru. What to remind you of, Nabiru? So I'm liking this idea more because it doesn't portray some big villain or antagonist that I'm after. Um, which could be fleshed out later in the story or whatever. Uh, but it instead becomes a mech pilot. Never watched it because I'm not a big mecha fan. But yeah, so my problem with I watched Knights and Magic and I wanted to love it. I I so wanted to love Knights and Magic. Like it's an isekai with mechs. Like I was so on board. But like the political discourse got thrown out the window. The main character was like had no regard for human life. And um just it was nothing but giant robots without any of the trappings that make good mecha anime. It had great designs, it had great mechs, but it didn't have any of those key elements of mecha anime, of political intrigue, of drama, of dealing with mortality. Like, dude built an army and waded through an entire opposing army, and without even talking about what to do with the bodies of all the people he killed, he was like, oh, his army had killed. He was like, I want to salvage their mechs for parts. And they're like, sure. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what are you going to do with the bodies of the people inside? All right. I'm Yeah, there was like Knights and Magic started out really good, but also I mean, I heard I think it was based on a light novel that had a lot more like development, but like they rushed at such a fast pace to get to all of the mech designs, right? They that you couldn't really get attached to anybody because you were moving at such a breakneck pace that there was never a chance to get attached to any characters. Oh, what anime was that, Nabaru? Infinite Denogram. Let me look that up. Let's see some images here. I don't see any mechs. Were mechs some of the enemies? Isekai, even if it's a game, but you only ever see them in the game. The rival has a really cool mech that he can also enhance with his partner's ice control skills. Okay. So it's like it's like what, one of those VR MMO things? I did. This is, let me show you the images I got. These are the images I got. Looks like some kind of ice mech. Maybe some kind of bear. You got this green one. Then you got this big one over here. Okay. All right. The ice is elemental power. Okay. He can use any mech he has to put armor on. Oh, okay. The giant one is a fortress mech shown in the final episode. The most power ability in the anime belongs to the OP side character. Okay. Giant sword that's busted skills. Yeah, that's what I got whenever I searched it. This is close. This is really close. This is really close to what I want. Mm, that's kind of bizarre, Nabiru. Okay, I think I like this one. Well, I mean, you follow your tastes, Nabiru. I can see that, like where the show is like a mystery that you have to unfold. All right, I think we've nailed something down. Okay. So I realized what was happening was I was over explaining every single thing, and I was trying to explain every single thing, and I was remembering when like League of Legends first came out, there was explanations for everything. They had it all nailed down of exactly what your characters were doing. That like you were playing as the summoner, controlling a person that was summoned to the fields of glory, and then all of the characters' lore revolved around how they ended up on the fields of glory and all that stuff, right? But then they did away with that lore, right, of the fields of glory in order to give them more space to write more creative lore and more developed lore. And when they were in an interview about it, they said, we realized we were over explaining everything. Not everything about the video game has to have some kind of connection between in game mechanic and out of game explanation. And I realized that's what I was trying to do here to try to explain every single bit and piece. So that's why I had to break it down and simplify it. So here we got. Star Hunters are pilots of massive star-powered mechs. I'm stranded in this world and seeking to recruit a pack of Star Hunters to fight by my side. I do this by spreading the Star Hunter ideals of hunting down your dreams and goals both inside and outside of your mech. Always remember the Star Hunter motto: shoot for the stars, have wonderful adventures, live your dreams, and always stop to enjoy the memes. I haven't nailed down whether my character has access to his mech yet. Maybe that'll be whenever I get art of a giant robot. Get a giant Galio-shaped robot. And somehow this translates towards me writing and making video games. What do you think, Nabiru? Mm-hmm. No, that's what I say when I sign off. So that's why I wanted to incorporate it. I wanted to incorporate the motto into the lore. No, we're not signing off. Even though normally we would have been ending, like for the old gaming streams, we would have been ending right around now. But we still have I still want to get at least another hour in. Ah. Okay. Yep. What is my last? So now I gotta get art of me piloting a giant super robot. 32, 225. Yeah, I'll probably add that later. Maybe for lore purposes, we'll say that my mech was lost when I got transported to this world, so I'm looking for my mech too. That'll be a later lore update. Which is why I'm not in my mech suit. I'm not in my pilot suit. Okay. Okay. So what happened since last time we were here reading? We were in the middle of this conversation with Fern, and Hazel made it very apparent that like he's glad Fern's back, but also like Fern is taken aback by the fact that Hazel says that he's okay leading from the back. He's okay making the decisions and then not going to the rally himself. And that just takes Fern back with when she's just like, what are you What are you talking about? See, okay, now I'm distracted thinking about star-powered mechs. Hold on. Yes, yes, Nabiru. Why not? Hold on. Now I want to check out some AI art. Like, I wouldn't pass it off as my own, but hold on. That reminds me. Cool. So I've been dabbling in some AI art, and it wouldn't be something that I would pass off as my own, but it's just been something I've been dabbling in and goofing around with. I think it's definitely has potential to be fun. Um, Let me just try something real quick. Star powered giant robot. Modern, no, anime. There we go. Who knows, Nabiru? Eh. All right. Sorry, I just got derailed for a second because I wanted to see something. Nope, didn't get anything good. Okay. I'll tinker more with that later. I'll tinker more with that later. Sorry, I got distracted. Don't mind me. Let's get back to the task at hand, shall we? There are some artists I can probably reach out to see about getting art commissioned of a star powered giant robot. I'm picturing like some kind of like Megazord shaped thing. Not now that I got the creative juices flowing, I gotta redirect the flow of creative juices. So while Fern is taken aback by Hazel saying that he's okay with planning for rallies and protests that he's not going to be at, and that he would prefer. So what Fern is going to be doing is Fern comes up with an idea to give them escape routes in order to escape the authorities after their raids and after their attacks. And uh, that is just a thing that Fern comes up with, and then so he says he's going to be getting Fern and Iris and Chris interacting with each other in order to make this plan a reality. Nabiru, you're encouraging me. Yes, I was actually thinking something like Gravion centric. Like, hold on. Okay, hold on. Now you got me thinking. Which one was it? Do, do. Okay. All right. This is the last thing before we get back to focusing. Before we get back on topic. Oh my gosh, yes, in space. Okay, hold on. Something like that. That would be the kind of like something similar to that would be the kind of super robot I'm thinking. With the broad shoulders, the bulky build, the black and gold with the little red highlights. The gray intermixing parts are nice. Okay. Now that I'm done geeking out about that, all right, let's get back to writing. Yes, I want it to be really bulky. Yes, I did write plenty for my lore and ended up only using one small paragraph. An anime where you fight one another with mechs and it's not Gundam. Uh, Die Gunder. That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, this was the one where they were like toys? They had to keep combining and it was like they were toys or something? Yeah, using robots in tournaments. Hmm. Right, but he doesn't actually get in the robot, which those ones where you're not actually in the robot always bugged me. I'm aware of the fact that that's more logical, but like it always bugged me. Right, wasn't I remember I saw this on like what was it, like Fox Kids or something? It was on some Saturday. Yeah, it's like once you get the creative juices flowing, it can be hard to derail them. Was it on Disney? Hold on. Where did it get aired? ABC Family Animax? Oh, it was a the Walt Disney subsidiary. Okay. I don't remember ABC having a kids section, but I remember seeing it as a kid, and I didn't really watch anime online like that as a kid. I only saw it if it was on TV. Yeah, it is. 20 years old. Jeez. Mhm. They all wanted to compete with Cartoon Network and Fox. Yeah, I remember there's WB Kids, there was Fox Kids. Like when I was growing up, I don't think I had Cartoon Network, but like Saturday morning for me, it was between Fox Kids and WB Kids. It was for a while. It was the Fox box. Yeah. Oh, what you got for me, Nabru? I know you got something for me. I know that. Ooh. The world of JetX, a magic adventure to somewhere new. Together we fight all the forces of evil. All heroes unite. It's time to stand up for what is right. Wasn't JetX the Disney kids the Disney like anime section? Yeah, JetX was Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing. Oh my gosh, do you remember Dragon Booster? It's not a mecha show, but I thought it was always cool because the armor I thought was cool. It was different. It was definitely different. Yes, Dragon Booster. I loved the armor. And like Dragon Booster just felt like a video game. It felt like it was trying too hard to be a video game with like power-ups and everything else. It felt like too good of an advertisement for a video game that didn't exist. What was that? I don't. Oh, was that Witch? Witch? I think I saw that when I was a kid. Right, it was named after the main characters. Weren't they like, were they like cyber witches? Oh, how did that go? I remember there was a thing about them. There was some gimmick about them. They weren't just like there was some trick or something. Water, fire, earth, and air. Right, there's some veil. Right, there was some veil between the human world and the magic world, and they guarded the veil. Right. Right. Okay. All right. Oh, that's exciting, Nabiru. I don't think I watched it all the way up to that point. Hmm. Yes, I remember chaotic. Wasn't Hold on. Wasn't chaotic. Hold up. I have the Jetix lineup here. There was some gimmick about chaotic, right? Trying to remember. Now you got me thinking. At real life decks that would be imported into a VR MMO that only certain people could access, your conscious mind also gets uploaded. You become the monsters. Right. That's it. It's based on a Danish trading card game. Right. Scanning monsters, items, mechs, which you use in those battles. Okay. You scan a sick monster that affects their status. Their stats just like scanning a broken piece of gear. Okay. The main gimmick in the draw was the VR aspect. Yeah. Well, apparently there was a Danish card game that it was based on. I guess the card game never made it to America. Oh no. After all, we got Vanguard. Now for becoming monsters and straight brawls. Yu-Gi-Oh for the insane combos. Magic for giant world building setting. Yeah. Magic is really good for that. So here in this scene, I'm trying to like build a scene between Hazel and Chris, where Chris is the leader of um the Fluke Rebellion, who are the remains of the old governmental forces. Mhm. Yes, there was. I used to play it. So the Gundam TCG, at least the one that I used to play, was Japanese, and we had to use these phone app translators where it would like you would snap a picture and it would translate it in order to read the cards. One of my friends, the friend who gave me the nickname Senshi, first introduced us to it. English cards. So I guess the oh yeah, that is funny, Nabaru. Listen, if it'll sell trading cards, they'll make it into a TCG. Okay. I don't know whether I'm going to keep any of that writing there, but all right. $632 words. That's pretty average. Normally I do between 300 to 600 words. That's pretty good. So I ended up splitting chapter 11 into chapter 11 and 12. I might end up renaming this chapter and splitting this coming up because it's getting bulky. 2043. And if my math is correct, I think this is exactly 2 months since I started this challenge. Okay. $32,857. So we're almost to 33K. We'll break 3K tomorrow. Well, not 3K. We'll break 33K tomorrow. 32,857. Okay. Okay. All right. I'd say it's been successful. Let's start winding down for the night. It's been a pretty slow night. Yes, thirsty fans, but yep. Okay, what's your last mecha question, Nabiru? Well, they're small mechs. I'd say that's a mecha series. It's definitely kind of that boy and his robot kind of mecha series, in the vein of some of the original mechas, where you had, and actually it really falls into that because he is communicating with a watch, just like the classic boy and mecha series. What was that? Like somebody in his giant robot, Billy or something, and his giant robot. So they're definitely drawing from those tropes. And it's weird because like it's definitely mecha. But then the question becomes, is it super robot or is it real robot, right? And that's hard because, like, it's kind of real robot because there are parts, there are new parts and old parts. There's designs, there's like that technical aspect of it, but also it's kind of super robot because it's never discussed what kind of power source they run on. They just run on metals. And they use this mysterious energy source, the Metaforce, you know, for some of their attacks. Jeez. I don't know how to play Mahjong. Being completely honest with you, I have no idea how to play Mahjong, so I cannot speak as to what what is or isn't required for that. That's weird. Do you know how to play Mahjong, Nabaru? It was a weird anime Mahjong. I don't know how to play either, but I can tell it's not a game where you're supposed to have and use anime powers. Yeah. Speaking of games that shouldn't have required anime powers, have you ever seen the anime Hikaru no Go? Anime is called Saki, has some really unique powers just for a game involving placing tiles on a board. So, I've never seen it, but one game one show I have seen is Hikaru no Go, which got me interested in Go, which is probably sad because like Hikaru no Go is a very it's a very bad representation of how Go is played. But it got me interested. I used to have a Go board. I used to have like a wooden Go board with all the stones and everything. Um, that was a period of my life. I abandoned it when I ran away from one of the places I was staying. Yeah, it was definitely quirky. It had an interesting story though. I took my shower before stream, and now I just want to curl up in bed and go to sleep. But I'm also kind of hungry. So what'd you eat for dinner, Nabaru? Or I don't know if you're in a place where you're eating dinner or breakfast or what. All the game anime so far. I just have a point where anime is about games, not sports, just games. Sports, yeah, sports anime is different. Ah, yeah, it's interesting seeing the different game animes. Though that's one of the reasons why I kind of want to get into deep fried halibut and potatoes. Someone else's turn to cook tonight. Ooh, that sounds exciting. I made what they called some of my vegan spaghetti. I used some vegan beef crumbles, some mixed vegetables, some chopped up red bell peppers, um, an old can of tomato sauce, and a bunch of elbow macaroni. Come out with a bunch of sriracha, and I think it came out pretty good. I want some more. I'm probably gonna eat some more after stream is over. I think we got a lot done though. We definitely wrote out a bunch of ideas for lore. Finally, we took the crazy idea and finally ran with it. Um, which that's always fun. That's annoying. Anyway, sorry, I was goofing around with some AI art. Maybe I'll do a stream where I just goof around with AI art. Um, I don't know if I could even do that. Look at ideas. Like I have mixed feelings about AI art because I think it can be used like someone really described it really well when they said it can be a powerful tool for artists to use to refine their artwork. And it can also be a great way for broke people to get character images for their D&D characters. Um, but when people start trying to pass off AI art as traditional art is where you start getting into some really big problems. And I would never do that. I definitely would goof around with some AI art, but I would never like try to display it or try to claim I made something because if best case scenario, it's not me making it, it's the computer. You know what I mean? Noodle dishes are always great. Like you just can't go wrong with a protein with a protein and noodles. Oh, one of my friends decided to stream, and I missed the stream. Oh dear. It's funny when I see people like one of my friends who I haven't seen stream in a long time apparently put a stream up, uh, and apparently she put her stream up well they put their stream up um at the same time as I put mine up. So do you like to cook, Nabaru? All right, so I think we're gonna wind down. So if you're ever wondering why I always do this thing at the end of the stream where I don't just say the motto, but I also say these positive affirmations, it's because I believe that for a lot of people, they don't hear these positive affirmations enough, and I want to say these so that way for anyone who watches the VOD, anyone who watches the stream, that I know you've heard someone say these positive affirmations to you today and reminded you how amazing you are, because the world is going to constantly tell us how bad we're doing, or like constantly tell us how little we are. Oh, okay. That's okay, Nabiru. So that's why I do these positive affirmations. Um, you can make some pretty cool stuff with just a microwave. That reminds me of the thing I saw where some kid was like really sick. He had like a stuffy nose, was coughing, and his dad's like, you know, what do you need? And he said, "Can I get some crepes?" And the dad was like, "I don't know how to make those." But he Googled the crepe recipe real quick, saw they had the ingredients, and then did the best he could. They came out kind of ugly, but he was like, "Here," and the kid's like, "These aren't grapes." The kid had been so stuffy, he said crepes instead of grapes. Kid was also wondering why it's taking his dad so long to get him grapes. And what about getting grapes involves using the stove? Uh, Today was a nice little break from the normal stuff. Maybe I'll do a video game making stream next week. Next stream on Friday. Anyway, so uh yeah, exactly, Nabiru. Wow. You know what's funny? After we get off stream, I'm probably gonna sit down and write another few paragraphs expanding my lore, and it's just gonna float. Like it was like pulling teeth to get stuff for my novel tonight, but I'm probably just gonna crank out the words for my lore, and it's gonna be hilarious. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. Maybe I'll post it up on Discord later. What if I do more writing for my lore? Uh. Anyway, I want to say to everyone watching that I love each and every one of you, and I believe in all of you. I think you all are wonderful, outstanding, special, and precious. I believe that each and every one of you makes this world better just by being in it, and I am grateful to live in a world with you in it. Thank you for coming to my stream. Thank you for watching my VOD. Thank you for giving me your time, your input, and your effort. And I'm grateful to you. Always remember the Star Hunter motto: shoot for the stars, have wonderful adventures, live your dreams, and always, always, always stop to enjoy the memes. If you ever want to keep up with what I'm doing, please be sure to subscribe, ding the notification bell. If you want to give me some input, you can leave some comments down below. Let me know things you would love to see me stream or things you think it would be cool for me to do. I may not get to them all, but I do tell you I will read them all. And if you could like the stream, that would be really nice. You know, makes me feel cool, and I guess makes the algorithm like me a little bit more. And if Algorithm Kun could like me a little bit more, maybe more people would see my stuff. Anyway, with that said, also, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing off of YouTube, you can join the Discord where we do anime night and a few other activities as well, where I share writing and other people share their writing as well. And if you want to keep up with me on Twitter, there's a link to my Twitter in the description. I'm very active on Twitter. I've been a little bit less active recently, but I still am on Twitter pretty much every day, which might not be the best thing. I don't know. I interact with Twitter in a different way than a lot of other people I know, so I don't know. Like for me, Twitter is a source of positivity and encouragement. Um, but that might just be how I organize my Twitter feed. And if you ever feel motivated to donate to improve the stream or improve my life, there's links where you can do that in the description as well. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and always remember, you're amazing